everybody? Welcome to another installment of BrickWall Reviews. I'm Dave, and tonight I'm here to talk to you about the latest Marvel Studios movie that's causing so much of an uproar with so many people. But I waited patiently to do this review. I saw it last Thursday. The movie I'm talking about is The Marvels. Yes, and before I get into it, I remind you guys, go ahead, hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. And make sure you especially follow on Twitch because now we have a gaming schedule about to come up over there. I'll be having specific days where I'll stream certain games, and Fight Night Fridays will be a thing. We'll tell you more about that on the podcast BrickWall, which comes on every Thursday on Twitch. So make sure you guys tune in for that. And in order to get more information, and we are rapidly approaching the Christmas season. But I'll talk more about that in a while. Just know that my Thanksgiving special is coming up. I do plan something for that, and then we'll talk more about the Christmas special when the time's appropriate. Just want to finish out this month. So that's all the announcements that I have. So let's dive right into it. The Marvels. So this is the newest, as I said earlier, Marvel Studios film that's causing quite the uproar because its opening at the box office was pretty doggone low. It was like a $6 million preview night. I saw it on the early Thursday release. So this movie follows the three titular heroes. Carol Danvers, a.k.a. Captain Marvel, played pretty okay by Brie Larson. Miss Marvel, aka Kamala Khan, played by Iman Vellani, expertly, might I say. And I hope I'm saying that name right. I don't have the names in front of me today, so it's going to be an interesting one for names. And Captain Monica Rambeau, aka Photon, played by my big Hollywood crush, my baby, my wifey. Ooh, I'll get the chills I think about her because she makes me feel so good on inside. Tiana Paris. This movie is directed by Nia DaCosta. This has that girl power, that diversity. This has all the things that everybody likes to say. I hate that about Marvel modern day. But yeah, I don't know if that's why people don't like it. I don't know. I haven't really seen or read or watched the reviews in full. I just know that I've heard people say some things like they didn't like it, but I don't know what the criticisms are. But as for me, it's about me because I saw this movie. I'm doing this review, so I'm telling you how I feel about this movie. Personally, I like this movie. Okay, and for those of y'all who have been longtime viewers of the channel, y'all know that I am not shy to say that I don't really care for the Captain Marvel movie. I do not like Captain Marvel. I do not find this character interesting. I do not connect with this character. I've said everything under the sun. Captain Marvel is not my bag, bro. Like they say at Austin Powers, it's not my bag, not my mojo. But this particular movie, this is the most I've liked Captain Marvel. This is the most I've enjoyed Captain Marvel. This is the most I've tolerated Captain Marvel. And I've had a genuinely good time watching it. You also have Nick Fury, who reprises his role. Samuel Jackson, who reprises his role as Nick Fury in this movie. You got your villain. I forgot who plays her, but she's, I guess, cool, I guess. But yeah, so mainly this is just about when the other bangle, if you watch the Miss Marvel show, which I'll get into why that's a little bit of an issue in a second, but the other bangle that Miss Marvel wears is actually a space artifact, and it was found in space by a bad guy, and because that part of the bangle has been found, and then some type of thing or something that in the sky, I don't know, it causes all three of the Marvels to switch places whenever they activate the powers. And that alone leads to some really cool action sequences. Like they'll be fighting and then they'll switch places and boom, finish off the punch. Then boom, switch places, finish off the punch. Boom. The action sequences are good. They're very fun to watch. It has that Marvel action that everybody says they like. It has that in here. When they switch the powers, it's like the most interesting part of the fight. I think that's amazing. The character interactions, all three of them interact with each other very well. They feed off each other pretty well. Again, Brie Larson, no disrespect. I say this out of respect. I don't say this out of all the hate that everybody else got. But Brie Larson is not the strongest actress in this movie. but she still puts forth a good performance as Captain Marvel. I still do enjoy watching her on screen with the other two Marvel's characters rather. I do have a good time seeing all three of them together interact. The movie is like an hour and it's short of 2 hours. It's like an hour and like 50 something minutes, I think, like maybe even a little shorter than that. And so the movie kind of moves at a very fast pace, but when it has to slow down, it slows down for the right reasons. And with that, you know what I'm saying? Like you do get these, like I said, you do get a lot more character moments and a lot more action moments and a lot more moments that hold a little bit of a different weight. However, it's also just like I would say that this movie is a little bit confusing at times because I watched this movie, I'm paying attention, and even I was just like, wait, what the hell is going on? Like, I don't what? And like even like the villain flat out said her plot, like, I'm gonna take this deck of cards and throw it across the room to kill this guy. She says it, she's doing it, and I'm like, what? I don't what? But it took like her being midway through doing it for me to go, oh, she's throwing the cards at that guy because she wants to kill him. And I don't know if that's that's a testament to how idiotic I can be sometimes, or if that's just how the flow of the movie went, to where you can easily get lost if you're not focused, right? So that's one of the downfalls. Another downfall of this movie is, as I mentioned earlier, you have to watch the Ms. Marvel TV series to understand the thing about the Bengals. Somewhat. Y'all still gotta watch a lot of other Marvel shows to understand a lot of other things that's going on. Marvel shows and movies, rather, to understand a lot of things going on in this movie. And that's one of the biggest downfalls I have with this. Like, there is stuff in this movie that, to me, and the person I saw this movie with, and also another person I talked to who saw this movie, there are things in this movie that happen that take you all the way back to the first Guardians of the Galaxy. Because you got the thing with the Kree and Skrull War, right? You finally get somewhat more of an explanation on this movie, in this movie about that war. But then, like, you know, you got to kind of seen WandaVision. You kind of got to have seen the first Captain Marvel. You definitely have to see Miss Marvel, because there are certain characters in this movie that you're going to be wondering, if you had not seen those things, well, why the hell are they in this movie so much? And again, because this movie is very much told from Miss Marvel's perspective. And so with her perspective being primary, but her series not really being one that has been watched as much as the earlier MCU shows, it can be easy if you're not a Marvel fanboy or a fangirl. It can be very easy to just not understand. Like the friend of mine I saw it with had never seen Miss Marvel, but that did not diminish their enjoyment of the movie. But it did kind of make them think, like, well, okay, but what the heck does that even mean? Outside of that, though, there's a lot of fun things in this movie. They keep true to the personality of Miss Marvel, where like they have like this big, like, you know, her fantasy sequence in the beginning of the movie. You see her fangirling out over Miss Marvel, and sometimes it's a bit annoying, but it fits with her character. You see how Miss Marvel is Kamala Khan rather is stepping up to be a hero, learning through watching her idol and somebody else who could very well be a mentor for her actually step and be that hero, make these tough decisions. You see the character development in this, but it's, you know, and then even with Monica Rambeau and her relationship with Captain Marvel, you see how that develops, and it develops naturally. And a lot of this movie plays as a recap of Captain Marvel, but also, in a way, kind of a reskin of the first movie. Like, okay, we know the first movie wasn't on that, but here we go. I think this movie would have really benefited from having another Captain Marvel movie come out or be released before this. And I've spoken about this with Mike on the podcast. I said that, you know, yeah, it could have run and it wouldn't have even had to run the risk of people not knowing who Monica Rambeau is or what her powers is. You could have still had all that stuff come out, but maybe somewhere in between Endgame and Thor: Love and Thunder, you could have had a Captain Marvel movie come out because she needed something else to kind of get the people pumped about her. Because again, yeah, she's Captain Marvel, she's the strongest Avenger, but like, I don't really connect with you, honey. And this is the most I've connected with you. This is the most I've enjoyed you. This is the most I've had understanding of your character. And I feel like that's somewhat of a problem. This would have worked for a good third Captain Marvel movie, of course. I would have loved this as a third Captain Marvel movie, but that's not what we got. Let's see. Is there really anything else? Goose the cat, depending on how you feel about cats, you get a very interesting moment in this movie with that. I mean, not everything in this movie works, and I don't have a laundry list of things in front of me that doesn't work about this movie. Again, and I also don't know what other people think didn't work about this movie. But again, I'm not here to be them. I'm here to be me. And I did actually very much enjoy this movie. I thought the action was good. I thought the jokes were very good. I thought the good character moments. I thought they were good character moments. But again, like I say, it all kind of hinges on having prior knowledge of the MCU, and it all kind of hinges also on just being able to enjoy a fast-paced action film and not really try to think too much about a lot of things. Also, this movie is one of the more recent ones that suffers heavily from the guess what's coming next in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So the first post-credit scene, definitely a teaser of something that I have been clamoring that they just go ahead and freaking do already. So there's that. And the second post-credit scene, come on, you all saw that coming. By now, most of you watching this have probably already seen said post-credit scene online or at the actual theater. So, I mean, there's that. But, I mean, and even those things didn't really hype me up. It really kind of just, one of them was like, okay, well, yeah, cool, that's going to happen. And the other one was just like, but how much longer do we have to wait for this? Like, I would have been excited maybe about maybe a year ago, but now I'm just kind of just like, can you just get on with it? Get on with it, man. So, I mean, listen, I have as much superhero and Marvel fatigue as anyone else does. I actually didn't think I would enjoy this film as much as I did. I really enjoyed. I had a very fun time watching this film. Is fun. Like, I'm watching it and I'm like, my daughters will love this film because I think it's a great film. And so it's just like being able to pinpoint that certain audiences and certain people will actually really love this film speaks to the fact that, hey, this is a good film. Like, other than that, I could say like, oh, someone would hate this film. Like, it's not very often I can watch a movie and say, yo, someone will love such and such will love this film when they see it. So I mean, listen, to me it's a good film. Not like the best, and I'm not willing to sit here and stand on like a soapbox and argue anyone down who doesn't like this film. No, I'm not gonna do that. This is not the film that I'm gonna do that with. Okay, but all in all, I would say that, because I think even, let me look up the critical reception of this movie. Because currently, I mean, this movie is sitting at a 62% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I don't argue with that. 6.1 out of 10 on IMDb. I don't argue with that. Both of those scores are like, they make sense. Like 62% on Rotten, 62% makes sense to me. It's on. So, I mean, my rating for this out of 5 stars, I give this a 3.9 out of 5 stars. 3.9 out of 5 stars. Like I said, it's not the strongest thing. Having to know prior MCU history kind of bogs this down a little bit. And the fact that, the marketing for this movie really, Boo! Like y'all need some new marketing people over there, Marvel. Because look, you didn't need to try to sell us on. Oh, remember the Avengers? Remember Thanos? Remember Endgame? Like, no, you didn't have to sell us on that. Just say, hey, remember Captain Marvel? She did something. Hey, Miss Marvel has a TV show on Disney Plus. Let's try to sell that too. Hey, Monica Rambeau was in a show on Disney Plus. Let's try to sell that somehow. You did not have to try to sell us on the Avengers aspect because that kind of just made people care less, I think. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But all of that said, 3-9. I think this is a damn good movie, if I say so myself. I had fun watching it. It's just bogged down by a lot of common MCU issues. But not even that, like, because if you thought it, because like it was fine, okay, it was good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It to me, it's just bogged down by having to know too much about certain things in MCU, and the pace. While it does work in its favor, it also can work against it a bit in terms of just trying to keep up with everything. But it's a great action film. It has great comedic moments in it. It has great character moments, and I cannot wait to see Kamala Khan back on the big screen. I can't wait to see more of. I want to see at this point. I want to see a Captain Marvel focused Captain Marvel movie that does something interesting. Where as soon as they figure out what that is, I will be willing to see it. But that's all I have to say for you guys. Like I said, 3.9 out of 5 stars. I liked it. I enjoyed this. Just like I didn't think The Flash was a horrible ass movie because it wasn't, but I can understand where people may not like this at. But this did not, for me, it's not have all these wokeisms. Like the villain was fine. Like, you know, I just this wasn't no female empowerment that some people will say. Like, it's of course it's a movie with 3 women in it as the leads. Why wouldn't it have empowerment for women? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Fucking weirdos. But anyway, I guess Thursday I'll talk more about what other people's opinions were and dash that on there. So make sure you guys tune into the Life's BrickWall podcast if you want to see my reformed opinions after I watch and listen to other reviews. It's going to be a fun 24 hours, I guess. But I want to get my review out there first and say how I feel honestly and how I felt since last Thursday, which is I like this film. It's really good. So check it out. The Marvels. I give it 3.9 out of 5 stars. Now playing in theaters, or if you want to wait, it'll be on Disney Plus at some point soon in the future. But that's all I got to say for today. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And if you enjoyed the review, comment down below. Let me know what you thought about the Marvels. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you think, am I off the mark? You off the mark? Who knows, right? But all that. Until next time, follow us on all social medias, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. Make sure you stay tuned to Twitch. It's about to get lit over there. And until next time, be easy, stay breezy. Peace.